Hello, I'm Bree. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today is day 6 of my 31 days of video challenge. Yesterday I talked about quitting your dreams, when to quit, when to walk away. In it I shared about how I walked away from my big dream of being a filmmaker when I realized I didn't want to do it anymore. I was looking at resetting my whole life essentially. I had 2 degrees in film and I was walking away from that. My career, my social circle, even though I made really amazing friends that I still kept to this day, there was still a lot of social aspects that I had to change up, and I moved. I left LA and moved away. So today I want to share specific things that I did in that process. I really cleared my whole slate. I not just stopped the momentum of all those things leading into this dream of being a filmmaker, but I also cleared out every other ambition and plan that I had in my life, just so that I wouldn't feel pressured to start pursuing those instead. I really wanted to step back, take the time to think about my life and kind of soul search and figure out what was going to be next. The steps that I'm going to offer are for you to consider in the process of making a big transition in your life and kind of just hitting the reset button. And that can be really scary and kind of overwhelming to just stop everything all of a sudden. It can take some time to slow things down, to scale it back, to refresh yourself and get a clear vision for what new direction you'll be heading in. Number 1 is to stop doing it. Stop whatever it is you're doing. Stop engaging with it. For example, when I made the decision, I'm not going to be a filmmaker anymore, I'm no longer pursuing this career, this path, I had an opportunity to intern with a producer team that had submitted their film to Sundance Festival and they needed an intern to go with them. They offered that to me and I declined. I knew that accepting it would simply prolong the inevitable of walking away from these kinds of activities and this trajectory I was on in my life. It was a big deal to do that because the me that had been pursuing filmmaking, for her it was a spectacular opportunity and kind of a mini dream come true. But for the me that was done with that dream and really wanted to move on to new adventures, it was kind of just a waste of my time and energy. So I passed on that and stopped doing things like that that would propel me further forward down the road that I wasn't heading anymore. Number 2, stop talking about it. So often we get engaged in conversation and people that know what you're doing and pursuing your dream maybe want to know how it's going, and you feel tempted to give updates or have discussions related to that topic or whatever it is you were previously invested in. I stopped talking about films completely. And to a fault. I wouldn't even discuss films for entertainment purposes. Someone's like, oh, I saw this one movie, and I just didn't want to have anything to do with that subject while I was in the process of detangling myself mentally and emotionally from this world that I was in previously, because I still had it kind of wrapped up in my identity, and I really just needed to cut those ties and clean my slate. So not talking about it anymore gave me some space and distance, just zip my lips, and eventually it eased its way back in and I could, talk about it and have fun with it again. But it really helped. Number 3 is to move. I moved from Los Angeles. I'd been down in that area for about a decade. My whole life was wrapped up in that city. I know for some people you can't move. Maybe you're kind of stuck where you are, or you don't feel like you're ready, or you don't really know or have anywhere else to go. But moving is, I don't know of any better way to move on from something in your life than moving. You just uproot yourself and plant in a whole new place, and it gives you a chance to establish new habits, refresh your social circle, change your lifestyle up, because you're not dragged down by your environment anymore, and everything that was familiar for you before that would tempt you to slip back into your old ways. 4 is purge. And this can go along with moving. If you do move, it's going to happen naturally, that you'll just go through your stuff and start clearing out the things that no longer represent you, no longer resonate with who you are. And you can have yard sales, donate things. You'll be able to sort through your stuff with a lot of clarity as you prepare to go to a new place. If you're not moving, this is the best thing that you could do for yourself. When I was preparing to move away from LA and stop being involved in film, one of the things that I did was get rid of all my film books. Over the years, I'd collected a lot, and that was really reaffirming for me. It's like, I don't need these anymore. This isn't what I want to be involved in. And that was a very specific physical representation I had of that version of myself. So to let those go, I made so much space in my world for welcoming in new books and new things. Number 5 is to lay low. Again, when I decided to stop pursuing film, I was still in film school. I was still in the process of finishing my BA. I decided not to quit school. I almost did, but I decided I was so far in, I invested all this money, I may as well walk away with at least something in my hand, even though I wasn't pursuing the career that I was getting my degree in. That last year of school, I kind of just got off the grid. I stayed off of social media for the most part. I didn't really socialize too much. I just kept my head down, stayed focused on finishing school and getting out of there. And even after I took it easy, I slept a lot, just not really doing much of anything. That was a really vital thing to do so that I could truly reset myself and not scramble to do the next thing or do kind of mindless busy work that would distract me from what I was trying to do. Is figuring out, who am I now? All these things are off my plate. What do I want to put on it instead? And instead of jumping too quickly into adding on new things, that downtime allowed me to slowly wake back up to myself, kind of open up to the new possibilities and intuitively connect with the things that were true to me at that stage in my life. Number 6 is to pursue the new. Explore other possibilities for yourself, and this could be picking up a new hobby, it could be taking a little class, it could be a road trip, it could just be anything that gets you to see things in a new way. You'll have more time to be able to try things. I also started picking back up drawing, which I hadn't really done much of since high school. I was just too busy with school and work and doing all the things I was doing, and it was really awesome. So pursue the new might be pursuing the old in a new way, in a new context. Allow inspiration to come. Make way for new dreams. Don't rush yourself. Don't push it. Don't try to force the next thing in your life. Allow it to come to you, and pay attention to the new sparks that start to light you up, that start to call you. And as a new dream, a new idea, a new path starts to form in your heart, you will see the glimmers of new light in your life, and that will show the way for you for what is next, what is yet to come. I hope this video was helpful for you if you are poised at a moment in your life of having to make a decision of what to end in your life and not being sure what to begin next. This is the space in between, those actions to take and that mindset to adopt, that time to give yourself to get clarity, get grounded, get centered, and you will figure it out. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. It's late in the evening. I'm just finishing up my sister's birthday party. She's 25 today. I was really tired until we played a game of Cards Against Humanity, and one of the cards played had me laughing so hard I was literally in tears and crying. So it boosted my energy back up and got me in a state to do this video.